Well, it's gonna be. I'm thinking I can probably get to your scene by. I'm thinking the end of June. I can probably start working with you on those scenes. Because the first scene was supposed to be Ko's scene, and then we had a little problem with Ko. She got her hair burnt off, so.
What, real life?
Yeah, now she kind of looks more like Kat from the Rambo series.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting. We're gonna re-dye her hair, I guess, and
Are you gonna do my scenes? It's gonna be hard.
well, I think another cool thing is Rambo Cam is what I'm calling it, which is like pretty much POV. So if we have like people set up their cameras, like Isaiah, for example, I'm doing his scene next, where he's got his camera set up from far to kind of look like he's talking to Rambo.
Right.
So that's how, and then we're gonna cut it with scenes that we film over with Mickey in the hole as Rambo. So it's gonna be tricky, but I think Jonas has like a really great way of cutting stuff together. He can cut together like a minute of footage and make you think that it's like a 3-minute scene. You know, he's got this really great eye for that. So I can't wait to start submitting stuff to them so that we can do that. One of the cool things about what Bud is doing is where he lives, there's like a lot of bent trees and roots coming out of the mud and stuff, so it looks like Vietnam. And that parody skit he sent me, that was hilarious when he goes through the window. But like when you actually see him, when you see him on the ground and he's like panting and dying, and like I didn't know he was gonna send me that scene. I woke up, I went to check my Snapchat, and then I hit on the thing, and then I see him dying in the mud. I didn't know that was coming, right? So I started, like when you get one of these, like, not like a funny laugh, but just like a laugh because you're happy of what you're seeing. And then I started to cry at the same time because it was really sad. So it was just like, wow. So he's doing Coletta.
Who's directing it?
Jonas van Zeschwitz.
Oh, right. So, was it started now then?
Sorry?
Is it started now, the filming?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I wanted to start it on June 6th, but I started getting things in, so I was like, okay. I started going back and rewriting the middle of the movie, so we can get all the extra stuff, and then the other hour of the movie, I guess, we're gonna film it down there.
Well, you've been out to the locations with them as well.
No, they're in charge of that. Like they're really great at finding and building stuff and all that kind of stuff. I've done scouting here. I've done 2 sets here. There's another set near my sister's house. Actually, there's a couple. There's a beach set, and there's it kind of looks like a burnt down forest out near my sister's house. So I'm gonna see if I can get stuff done there. So basically, what I'm doing now is I'm doing the Bud scene is Coletta, and then he's also sending me a voiceover where he impersonates John Travolta, and that's going to be like the brewer Easter egg. And then after that, I got Isaiah's scene from the Chicago set. He's sending me stuff from Chicago, and his scene is the Chicago scene is, in First Blood, in the deleted scenes, Rambo walks into the bar and he goes and he hooks up with the chick, with the Vietnamese girl.
Saigon Roxy doll.
Yeah, when he goes in and he meets up the girl.
Yeah.
We wrote a little skit where like after he meets the girl before the love scene, because it looks like the love scene takes place in the morning and that takes place at night. Between the love scene and him embracing the girl, he goes and sits down at a table where Barry is, Delmore Barry. Yeah. And Delmore Barry's just getting ready to leave. and he's kind of giving him love advice, kind of, you know, and then and there's a little joke about castration in there, which leads back to Wallace Lee's book Rambo Year One. So we kind of there's that kind of scene going on, and then he's gonna come down. He's gonna fly down here, and then we're gonna go to Ontario to meet Mickey and Jonas and Tasso, and then we're gonna go out there, and then I guess we'll start filming out there, and then Stephen Chang will meet us on location out there.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah, I haven't heard nothing from Steve. Well, I've tagged him as a Facebook friend, but I don't speak to him at all.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Or what.
I find he doesn't check his Facebook. Like, I remember, I think maybe, like, he's checked it, like, 3 times since I've known him. Like, one time was actually, like, a couple of months after I sent him the first message to come on the show. He only saw it a couple of months later. He usually just contacts me by email or phone, but now that I'm in between phones right now, so he can't call me, but he would call me like every single day. Every single day, so yeah.
Stephen Chang. Hello, man, how you doing? Yeah, not bad. What are you doing? I'm going to location. Okay, then, I need.
But he's happy. He's happy with what he's seeing, and he's trying to get. Well, he did a movie with Dolph Lundgren. I can't remember what the name is. It was like an assassin movie. I think it might have been called Assassin.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Dolph. Maybe we can get Dolph for like one line of voiceover. I'm hoping, but you never know.
That'd be really good.
Yeah. And then Mr. Patrick Stack's coming on next month. So
he was, what's his name?
Morgan. He was Morgan. Clinton Morgan. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to him. I can't wait for that because I would like to ask him about.
Where'd you find these people? I just can't.
Well, you know, last time you were on when you said, "Oh, you should try again to look for more people."
Would you?
I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll take your word up on it."
Or something like that.
Well, I looked him up on IMDb.
Yeah.
And then after looking him up on IMDb, I just looked at all the Facebook people who had that name and kind of like looked at the pictures and see if I could see if that was him or not.
Yeah.
And then I wrote to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm." Well, he didn't answer for a couple of days, so I thought it might not be him. And then he answered back, and he was like, "Yeah, ping me in June. I'll come on the show." And he's like, "But right now I'm filming a documentary, so I'm going to be gone to film the documentary."
Yeah. Because some people put like pictures up and say, "Yeah, I'm blah blah blah," and they're not. They're like fake profiles. So you've got to be careful in that. Like.
Well, they were like family pictures, you know, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. It was pretty cool, and I was like a little girl when he called me. When he answered me back, I was all giddy like a little girl. I was like, "Yes, yes!" And I still want him to do his. I'm giving you 3.0 seconds to come on out. I want them to do that. I love that scene.
You could quite say, "Rambo, this is Lieutenant Captain Morgan here. I give you 3.7 seconds to get your ass out of here. Just 1, 2, fire." It's like, you know, trying to get the geezer who fired the cannon as well. The bullseye, like, you know.
Yeah, like soldier of fortune. Yeah, so that's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to talk to him. I can't wait to ask him about what that was like.
You've got the whole cast of Rambo on your tube, like, you know. So that's like Brian Penny. You've even got the right. I can't believe you got like Mr. fucking David Morrell already. That's the ultimate.
I think he's coming back in October.
What's that?
I think I'm getting him back on in October.
Yeah, that's
because he said he would do it in October once his book was done touring. When I talked to him, he was actually still writing the book, and then he was putting. Also, at the same time, he was submitting tons of stuff for the First Blood reissue. So he was like, "Okay, well, I'm going to be busy till October, but October we can get together." So I was like, "Yes, because I can't wait to talk to him again."
But Brian Denny, I don't know if he's. I don't know. No one's ever. I think he's retired. I don't know. I ain't got a clue.
I saw him on George Strombopoulos. It's a Canadian show. And right before that, I saw him in a movie, Meeting Monica Velour or something like that.
Yeah.
And I tried looking him up, man. I tried going through agents. I tried going through IMDb to get the agent. I tried going through like a ton of different places, and even I found what was apparently his official Facebook, but he doesn't take comments. He doesn't take messages, so I couldn't ask him.
Damn.
I found another one. I'm not sure if it's his, but I sent a little note to it and sent it off. Hopefully,
you can get him on there. If you can get him on there, it'd be good.
Yeah.
But who else can you get? If Sly's too busy doing his films, that's an impossible one to get Sly, but it would be good. Brian Denny, that, like you said, don't message. It's a case of like getting, I know, a couple of the cops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like from the, where he's like, you know, getting the old, like, you know, I want to shave, and he shaves him, beats all the cops up in the police station, or like a couple of soldiers.
Yeah.
Like. But I don't even know if there's any extras. Any of the extra people who was in the cast can come on and talk with there, and any of them around who's still living in the like hope.
Actually, you know what? You just reminded me. Last night I was so dead tired last night after putting stuff together. I did the audio for like two of the specials for next week, and I was on YouTube. I was on Facebook, and a good friend of mine, who was also a good friend of Stephen Chang's, Randy Brisson, was doing a Bigfoot project with Les Stroud from Survivor Man.
Yeah.
So I watched that last night, and that was incredible. That was haunting, man. Like, that was scary. So I just remembered I got to write to him today. Like, wow, that was cool. It was, if you get a chance to check that out, Survivor Man. Wow, some awesome stuff on there.
I think Bigfoot's just a myth. He don't exist.
I think it might be a different type of human. Like
it's probably a
something
in Chewbacca uniform, like walking around from like, I know it could be like gone to a party dressed up as Chewie. He's got lost, you know what I mean? If it's, oh look, it's Bigfoot, it's time I go,
Speaking of Chewie, my friend Raz, I went to see Mad Max with him. He was like, we should do a horror movie. We should do a horror movie this fall. He's like a $200 no budget horror movie. So I think we're gonna use some of the sets that we've been scouting here, but for Blood. But we want to do like this guy who dresses up in a ghillie suit, who goes around in parks and stuff, waiting for people to like walk by, and he comes out and attacks them. But he's like a bath salts junkie. So he takes all these bath salts and he goes out in the ghillie suit, hiding in parks and stuff, and people walk. It's gonna be like a found footage film.
What's a ghillie suit?
It's like, you know those old military suits. Apache Sniper actually is said to be the one who invented the ghillie suit. We're in talks right now to bring her into Blood also, but with Through Wall Sleep. But she was this girl who would take all these leaves, and she was a sniper, and she would take all these. A true story. She would dress herself up in leaves and different things to make her look like shrubs, and she would snipe guys out, and then she would take the guys who she sniped out, like say like a leg shot or whatever, and she would go close enough to the border where the Americans were and the Vietnamese were, that if the Americans went across that line, America wasn't responsible for whatever happened to them. So people got killed all the time that way. And she would take these young boys who she would shoot in the leg, and she would tie them to trees, and she would be in the ghillie suit, and she would castrate them.
Jeez.
And then make them eat their own stuff, and make them scream so that their friends would try to come over. And then when their friends cross that line, she would start gunning them down, like shooting them all down.
Damn.
So that, we thought that was a really, creepy fucking idea,
Jeez.
It's called Ghillie Bath Salt Serial Killer. Bam.